who, together with APR Automotive and Boxer Beauty, bring the racing to you every Saturday night, as well as every Sunday night, as well as our community series now on a Saturday night. My name is the Banker from Doghouse Motorsport, and joining me in comms tonight for the Group B race is our race team of Boybegum from Black Rose Racing and Lenosis from APR Motorsport, who have come together to solve a slight tech issue that we had tonight. We're a few minutes late, but we're there. So how are you tonight, guys?
Good.
Yeah, all good, all good.
All good.
Nerves are settled in now.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I mean,
yeah, fire
after
away.
round one, it was very, very tight racing, and if that was anything to go by, tonight's going to be absolutely spectacular. That's for sure.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
chaos, given how Laguna Seca is.
yeah, absolutely. And given some of the practice issues from a time perspective, the drivers hadn't had a lot of time to get the red mist out of their system, as we've seen in the practice starts. So hopefully that stuff gets settled and we get some good racing underway. So I think it's timely that we look at Laguna Seca. It's 3.602 kilometres long and it's located near Monterey in California, a fairly dry area. 11 turns, including the notorious corkscrew, which is a really tricky left-right downhill corner at the top of Rahal Straight. A lot of elevation change in the track, fair bit of camber change, and it is a track that can be quite slippery and abrasive on tyres. So the settings, as you see there on the screen tonight, this is a standard race round. We had our sprint last week. 31 laps at this track, 10-minute qualifying. Our tyre wear is at a 3-time multiple. Tyre compounds, we've got racing softs and mediums available to the drivers. There's no mandated compound. And the fuel rate is at 4 times. And the refuel rate is at 2 times, or 2 litres per second. So I'll just flick on to the strategies that might be on offer tonight. As you can see, we've put up probably what are the two main strategies. It's likely a one-stop race with several options, noting that we do have these two compounds together. Reason I say one-stop, it does have a very long pit carry through here, certainly well up towards a minute. First option there we've got is a longer stint on mediums, followed by softs. This strategy can be used in reverse if a driver's looking to create a bit of clean air on track or a bit of race distance between drivers. Or the bottom one, 2 stints on mediums. The mediums are a really good race tyre for this car, very balanced. And again, depending on what the driver does, they don't necessarily have to stop at halfway. The mediums can go a fair bit longer before they fall off, and or they can, bring the stop shorter on that initial stop to get some track position. Probably the tyre strategy and when they actually pit is also influenced here by fuel management. It is possible to do 23, 25 laps. The trick is then balancing your tyre choice, your lap time with your fuel save. It can be very tricky. Too much fuel save on this track with its elevation changes can really hurt your lap times. Also, a bit controversial, but don't discount 2 stints on softs, or you might see someone run a medium all the way if they're really good on their tyre. It can save, I'm a bit rusty on this, but I think it's about 5 or 6 seconds in a pit stop. Again, the driver needs to offset that against lap times for the balance of the stint. So guys, your thoughts on strategy and likely outcomes?
Well, the two strategy options, of course, both being one stops. You did mention the 2-stop with softs the entire way. That has potential for some drivers, but I think the fact that you can go about 22, 23 laps on a tank of fuel, I think a lot of drivers are really going to lean into that first strategy with the soft stint at the end. But that's really going to require a bit of friendliness on their tires for that first stint. Because the mediums are such a good race tire, that makes that second strategy with the one-stop medium very attractive to a lot of drivers. So I think we'll see a bit of variation between those two strategies today. Just depends on the driver and how they're more comfortable on whatever tire. Because if you have a controller player, for example, they might want to stay away from that soft compound tonight, but they're not going to be out of it because they have the medium tire on offer as well for no mandatory compounds. So interesting to see how the strategies stack up tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No worries. What we'll do is have a quick look at the points position for both the drivers and the teams after the completion of round one last week. So I'll just go through the first 5. I think the important thing to note with both these is that the second half of the field, in both cases, both Group A and Group B, are only separated by a handful of points. So we've got Big J on 32, Freelix on 28, Black Project on 25, The Stranger on 24, and Grubble on 20. And as I said, the next 7 are only separated by 7 points. That's the race coming up immediately after this. And for this race, Group B, we've got Malevolent One on 13, GT the Good Doc on 12, Renegade on 11, Kevs on 11, and Rainbow Sox, one of our debutant drivers, sitting on 10 points. And I think there's 4 points separating the balance pretty much. Team points. Coming into view now, I'll just go through the top 5. We've got Kraken Esports sitting on 86 points, Brocky Sim Racing on 78, Ironheart SimSport on 77, Thunder Motorsport on 72, and Blacklight on 65. And again, not a lot of points variation right through. There are some point differentials towards the bottom, just resulting from a few oopsies in round one. So I will just quickly get through to the next part, which now should be qualifying. I think it's we've got the formalities out of the way. I'll just get this part sorted out. And I think we're ready to hit the joint button. Have you both got the same colour? You there, guys?
Yep. I'm here.
Hit the button. Alrighty, here we go.
10 minutes on the clock, starting now.
And they're away.
As I said, it's a fairly long run out of pit straight to get on the track proper. All the drivers on the softs, always the first one out of the gate.
the car noises are a bit too high, so that down to maybe to negative 13 decibels.
Hopefully it's alright. Okay, looks like we have our first time for a 29.8, and then Runzi comes up with the 28.5, Keza with the 28.8, Go on the loose with the 29.38. Okay, that's not gonna lie, that's a big disparity so far. It's the only drivers here.
That first lap.
There, he just beat me at 39.69, way off the pace. Looks like he's rounding turn 6 with... Is that in front of him? Can't see. Ah, okay, thank you very much. Now going back to the course. That was a bit close for comfort. That's definitely a lap up. Lap to pass by. Doing the second best with the 29 dead. And then the second best with the 28.1. Keza also setting the best with the 28.8.
Maybe a little lower on the car though. Everyone's still complaining. I mean, so far, probably the driver to be expected at the front of this field is the boss, as he had some hardware failures last week in the pre-race. He was about mid-pack in Div 3, so seeing him at the top times definitely isn't that surprising. And he's got 3/10 on the field at the moment. Runzi, the only one sort of mounting a challenge at the moment. Runzi, last week having a couple of issues throughout the race. But as it stands, yeah, top front row, Moss, Runzi, Keza just behind. Penny Pops alongside him on the second row of the grid. Hopefully Penny Pops can break free of his poor run of form and bad luck over the last season or so. Getting a good result here tonight. P4 definitely the spot you want to be starting tonight. Yeah, absolutely. Very close. Next few laps come in, the boss goes in, quick a second chance if they're in front. Third.
Boy.
Bottom order. Bottom of the order. Got Renegade, Archangel, and Good Dog battling things out. I don't think any of these guys have set a representative lap at the moment, although Good Dog and Archangel both have halves of the penalties for the lap. So Good Dog serving his now, so that's going to ruin his first flying lap after the next race. Currently a best lap of 1:30.8. Since the second seed be from last round. Great result last time out, of course, finishing. Well, he finished P7, but with a string of penalties ahead of him, he goes into this one as the second seed in
Can you hold it?
Still getting we will need to go into an intermission as well because Rainbow Sox next in the lobby.
Okay. We'll be fine. Make it through this.
45 seconds left to go. Greg's
Okay, it looks like the boss has to contend with this, I'd say, a small amount of traffic. I don't think he's gonna find any trouble within them. Famous last words.
Runzy.
Yeah. Setting a new best.
It's Greg stuck his way up into P2 there
Yeah,
as
two.
well. Good luck from Greg's there.
Only separated by almost a tenth of a second between P2 and P3. The boss has just finished up his qualifying.
So the last driver on a lap, is Archangel, and everyone else has finished the session. So see how this goes. Yeah, everyone ahead of Archangel is on a lap.
Okay, Greg's is about to go down.
Brawl will be the next driver. Looks like he's on representative lap. Let's see as he approaches the finish line. What's the lap going to be? No, he's going to be down.
It's not. The second off two. I think there's one more to go.
Two more still on a lap. Will be good, Doc. Will he improve? He does by one
He does.
position. Pushes Nemesis down. Follows behind it. Takes it back. Trading spots in the last few dying stages of that qualifying.
all right. We'll just okay. We'll quickly go through the results there. So we've got the boss with an absolute cracker, 127.402. A really good time for our Cat B. Greg's just on 4/10 behind at a 27.79, followed by Rudsey, nothing in that at all. Then Killer in P4, Keza in P5, PD Pops P6, Malevolent 1 in P7, Perua in P8, followed by Debrev in P9, Renegade 10, Nemesis in 11, Good Doc in 12, and Rainbow Sox, who had an issue with the lobby. So what we'll do now is we'll go to an intermission, and then we will get the grid set, and we'll address those pit lane noise issues for everyone. So just bear with us, we'll get this underway. Hi guys, welcome back. We're just still in the process of completing the grid reshuffle. Hopefully we got the technical side of the sound out of the way. It required quite a few setting changes in our broadcast studio, which for whatever reason has changed with software updates, so you've got to love that.
Hopefully we can be heard clearly this time.
Hopefully we can. So if there's anything in the chat, just let us know, and Boy Begun will let me know, and I can make some changes from there.
All right, 10-4.
So really looking forward to this race. You can see, I know there was some disparity in some of the qualifying times, certainly towards the back, but it's fair to say some of the drivers didn't have the best runs, just either a bit of traffic or made some mistakes at different parts of their lap. But I think it'll be a lot closer during the race. Is there anyone that's caught your eye there, Boy Begun, around who do you think will be demonstrating that? I mean, apart from the top three, but how do you think it'll pan out?
I'm not really showing any particularly interest, or not interest, but like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, because I have a feeling this is going to be a doozy, given that Laguna Seca is a brutal track. It's a brutal track, so drivers need to make sure to balance aggression and, well, walking the line between going off track and being on track.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is one thing I'll say about it is the curbs here. You say brutal.
They are brutal, very brutal.
And the little Renault, I don't know if it's the short wheelbase or just with the aero on the suspension, but it doesn't handle the curbs very well at all. And
yes, it's very stiff over the curbs.
Yeah, very stiff car. And I have seen it where you hit that curb and it's almost a 90-degree off to the left or to the right. So very unforgiving. And in close racing, which certainly in the sprint rounds, we had several nose-to-tail battles over 5 or 6 cars, whether it was for the top half a dozen positions or the second bottom half positions, where you'd have less than a second covering that many cars, and that was across all the divisions. So
yes,
yeah, if you
it's good fun. It's good fun to watch.
Yeah, if you throw a sort of a bounce off the curb the wrong way here, it will end in tears. So,
Boy Begun, you need to leave the lobby.
Oh, sorry, my bad. All right.
Alrighty, we're just waiting on the last driver to join.
To initialise.
They were disconnected. Okay, almost done. Okay, so last driver is in. And we're getting ready to start.
I think, yep, we just get straight into the race, which will be Cat 2 Group B, brought to you by Adelaide Ceramic Coatings, whenever you want to hit that button.
Yep, just waiting for Blind Man to click the tick in button. There we go.
He's ticked in.
Water. And we are ready to go. So Boy Begun once again is going to click that virtual button.
The blue one.
Pressing the virtual button now.
Yeah.
What are the chances we are going to see some T1 chaos around here?
Pretty high. After the test starts, it wasn't too great. So we'll have to see what happens.
Hopefully we don't see anybody, spinning out. We wouldn't want to see that. Yeah, that's
the hope. We want to see everybody making it through turn 1 nice and clean. So we'll see how we go.
2 lights, 3 lights, 4, 5 lights. Hold the breath. And they're racing.
Here we
Great
go.
start by the guys in front. Great start by Rudsey out of P3. I think he's got the jump on Greggs, and Greggs has got the inside to turn 1.
Whoa, that was a dive and a half. No, this is off. And is he dead stick? He's dead stick.
I think that might be a hardware failure for Killer on the loose. I believe a hardware failure on the first lap is cause for a red flag.
Oh, somebody else is off as well.
Oh, it's all gone wrong.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah, there's 3 cars off. That's not gone well for test start. Killer's still nosing for that wall. So I think, yeah, I think we're going to call the red flag on that, which is a bit annoying, but it's got to be done.
Oh, looks like Killer's back driving now.
Yeah, I think he's had a hardware failure there, so...
Yeah, there seemed to be a sudden
Not
stop.
going well.
I didn't quite catch it on the stream. But tonight, guys, we've had a fair bit of trouble with PSN network, and also with OBS updates that have changed some of the settings. So, but yeah, certainly the guys... intermission. We'll cut it short as...
No, we should be right.
We're right?
Yeah, because I already set the grid.
It is a host set by grid setting.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't see what went on the back with the other cars, but yeah, with sector 1, if there's more than 3 cars involved in an incident or a dead stick on lap 1, or hardware failure, otherwise known, it's definitely grounds for a restart.
Yeah. I only caught whatchamacallit? Was it Killer going dead stick only after the APR car of Brewer did a, for the lack of a better word, ascend up the inside into Andretti.
Yeah, definitely. There was it was a little bit tight. It's it's actually turn 2, because turn 1 is a slight kink as you crest the rise on the straight, and you go, then you sort of peel downward in it towards the left, and then you got the Andretti hairpin, and it's always tricky on a restart because it has multiple lines, and as you see, they can converge. If you're coming in a bit under brakes, you can create extra lines. So yeah, definitely tricky.
Yeah, it was weird. I was riding on board with Killer, and Brewer went down the inside, and then Killer was around the outside, and there was no contact with him. He just was halfway through the turn, and then the car just kept going straight and peeled off to the right. So I'm not too sure. I think it was potentially a hardware failure for Killer, but regardless, as per the guidelines, for red flags, 1 or more hardware failures is cause for a red flag. So we should be able to go racing in a moment's time. But for now, I think all that needs to be remembered is that I think the graphic on the screen was wrong. We're in the quali graphic instead of the race graphic. So let's see what happens.
Hopefully the red mist has faded off.
So we're ready to get going?
All right, let's go. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to press that virtual button right now.
Here we go. Hope everybody's ready to go. As the button has been clicked.
Okay, here we go. Let's do this properly this time.
Yep, let's see what happens. Hopefully. I mean, all the test starts weren't too great, and after that one, it doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence, but I have faith. This is the 5th crack that these guys have had at it. Let's see what happens.
And we're a little satisfied start from Greg's. Yes.
Oh, it was?
As he's false started, just tiny jump.
Oh, no!
At least 1 car.
It's happened again. I think the little one has recovered. Oh! I see a little bit of a argy-bargy, and
It's all chaos.
Oh no. It's gone horribly. It's gone wrong.
That's another red flag, unfortunately. What are these guys doing tonight? Oh dear.
Yep.
This is giving me shades of when I was racing on season 7 at St. Croix. What's his name? The NSX.
That race was hell as well, but I think this has been even worse. I mean, this is by far the worst race start that I've ever seen in a Sector 1 lobby. Now we just got to wait for everybody to tick in, and then we should be ready to go once again.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm trying to find words. I think the guys just need to give a bit of racing room in those first couple of corners.
Yeah.
Certainly a missed start can cause a chain reaction, but that was just red mist in the first couple of corners.
I stand corrected by the red mist not being disappeared after those starts.
Well, these guys have had 3 test starts and 2 actual cracks at it, and they've all been utter chaos. So here's hoping the 6th time these guys get it right. Otherwise, I don't know. Is there a rule about how many starts and red flags there needs to be before we just pull the pin on the whole race?
Hold on, let me check that. Let me check that.
We've just got to be mindful of the broadcast duration, and we've also got another category sitting behind here. The guys will be impatient to race, but race border, so no operator error there. How's the sound in the comments, Boybegum? I can't see the stream on this end.
It's better.
Okay, good.
Oh,
I think we're good this time around. All right.
All right, here we go. For the final time for the Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Category 2B for round 2, let's click the button. And I say the final time because I'm confident these guys are going to get it right. Here we go. 3rd time's the charm.
Hopefully.
I know these guys can do it.
All right, here we go. Let's do this properly for the 2nd time.
As the light sequence begins.
2, 3, 4 lights, 5 lights. Get it right, guys. We're racing.
Here we go.
That is a much better start. Much better start.
Yeah, they made it off the line this time. Let's see how they fare through turn 1 and turn 2. Of course, turn 1, that slight kink down the hill. They're 3 wide. It looks like they're all keeping it well. Oh, they've made it through the first turn. Beautiful.
Kudos to the guys. Kudos.
No, somebody's off.
One right at the back.
It looks like they're fine. Okay, everyone's pointing in the right direction, and we are racing.
Right there, I'm gonna lie.
Much cleaner start this time. We love it this time. Brewer is showing Pezza off the road. Almost, just about. And around the bottom of the track now. Side by side in the background.
Just a little bit of hustle and bustle back there.
Absolutely. As it stands, Boss up front.
Breathing space as he heads down the straight to
somebody's off the track a bit.
Oh, that's Rainbow Socks, who's a little bit laggy in the background there. Hopefully he's like talking out.
The boss has extended that lead to almost 1.6 seconds now. Congrats.
Alright, so it looks like we do have a mix of tyres throughout the field. I say a mix, not a large mix. We have one driver on the alternate strat at the moment, and that driver is Petey Fox in P4. He's starting the race on the soft compound. Everyone else in this lobby is on the medium tyre. So that's interesting. I expect to see Petey Fox. He started in 7th place, and he's already 6th place, sorry, and he's already made up a multitude of positions into 4th place, and pressuring Killer on the loose for the podium place at the moment. Shows the nose at the kick.
Things better
one of the hardest places to overtake on this track.
Yeah, that's definitely a 1 hard corner for sure.
Yeah, and he's got these softs up to temperature too. Like in the first 8 to 10 laps, he's certainly going to have an advantage.
Then
Yeah,
falls off.
absolutely.
Yeah, they do fall off a cliff after that, but it just depends on how we can manage those tyres, but also to what the traffic allows, because you can burn them up pretty easy trying to make hard overtakes. So.
As we see, for P6, P8 and P9 through the missing qualifying in this race.
Actually, let's show. No, that's a body issue. Let's show.
Yeah, that's sometimes it says the drivers need to pit, but they don't. As for fuel, definitely an interesting story at the moment in terms of fuel. Some conserving, some going at it like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I reckon 4 laps in. What do you say we jump to an APR tomorrow fuel update, Banker?
Absolutely. And bear in mind, in some practice races I have seen this week, a huge discrepancy in fuel use and also tyre wear on the same compound. So this will be very impressive. Far away, Ignatius.
So the boss out front has used pretty much none of his mediums. They're pristine, but he's almost used a quarter of the tank, same as Greg's behind. Then you've got Killer, who's got a little bit more fuel than the two in front by 3 or 4%, and Petey Pop's basically the same as them. Brewer as well. Malevolent One runs these side by side as Malevolent One has to give way as, Blind Man
is on a charge tonight.
Yeah, already up into P6. That's brilliant stuff from Blind Man. But he has used a little bit more fuel as well to get by. Rudsey used quite a bit of fuel, same as Keza. Archangel's used the most fuel out of the entire field. He's almost under 3/4 of the tank there. Rainbow Socks bang smack in the middle of everyone, same as Debrev. Debrev's quite conservative, probably got most of the field. Good Doc and Renegade, pretty standard. So big winners, Killer on the loose and Debrev, and big losers in the fuel race at the moment is Archangel, who definitely lowest in fuel. As for tyres, yeah, most tyres are looking pretty alright. Of course, Petey Pop's looking the worst out of the entire field, being on those softs. But everyone's mediums pretty much negligible wear. So we'll see how this goes as Petey Pop's pops himself up into 3rd place. Interesting to see how long he stays on these softs for. I'd expect the crossover period to be between lap 9 and 11. So into the pits sometime around there, when he's comfortable to get the mediums home on the tank of fuel, I think.
What sort of wear is he showing at the end of the
About 20-25%.
Maybe just under 20%.
Yeah, and that rating very close to just doing it once.
Yeah.
You better be careful though.
Yeah, I know certainly, certainly been trying to learn that time management piece, so yeah, we could have an outsider there.
Looks like he's gaining quite rapidly on Greg's.
Yeah, he'll have a definite tyre advantage. The secret is just how long he can hold in a good neck. Once they get into that bottom 30% of wear left, the softs do come off quite quickly in lap times.
As the boss sets a new fastest lap, 28.8.
And he's built up a very solid lead there, 5.7 seconds. Really solid driving. That's his first lap into the 28. So as those tyres are coming into the car, he's definitely going.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the boss, he's definitely up there in Div 3. He was being considered for Category 1 this season, so no surprise to absolutely anyone that he's absolutely blitzing this Division 4 field. Just because he experienced some quite substantial technology issues in race number 1 in Div 3. He finished dead last or 13th in that race, and he found himself down in Cat 2B tonight. Another driver who finds themselves in Cat 2B, who definitely doesn't belong here, is Blind Man, who has made his way. Oh, somebody's gone!
Somebody's off!
Who's off the track? It is, of course. Still trying to find who it is. Looks like it's Rudzi in P11 at the moment. He's had a massive off.
Seemed like there was a big battle pack going on at the back of the field.
Yeah, just watching
caught
out of
that
the
on
background. Yeah. That was absolutely huge accident.
Certainly.
Did he get fucked at all?
There was contact.
Oh.
It's not gone well then. Never like to see any contact.
Yeah, it was
very
hard to say.
steep.
It looked like he hit the dirt and pushed it across to the left. So
Yeah.
contact there. Probably, from what I saw, by accident, but enough to where he left the track.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like we have a five-way battle for, what is this, E8?
Yeah,
Nope,
absolutely.
E9.
Yeah. Final podium, final minor places in this field are still going at it. They're side by side.
Yeah.
As they go into the corkscrew. Look at this. It's a brilliant racing action.
Oh, side by
as
side
we
through the
see.
corkscrew.
Oh, the Brevin Arch
I applaud you.
up and doors. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it looked like last lap that Killer just drifted across the track and Rudzi was there, and there's a little bit of contact. As those who've been paying attention to the stewards report, Killer on the Loose is on a good behaviour bond for the rest of the season. So an incident like that would see him get a race ban. But we'll leave it up to the stewards. That's their job. They do an awesome job week in, week out. But if Black Rose Camp want to report that, so be it, and the stewarding process will take effect and determine the cause of that incident.
We'll just jump up to P2, and I thought just when that previous action was happening and went to the replay, I thought Peter Cops put his nose in front there, but he's certainly, he's just on the grass heading up to the Rahal Straight. How's his time?
Blind man goes through.
Beatty Bops at the moment is sitting about 60% worn on that front right tyre, which is the key tyre that we're looking out for today. He's done quite well to conserve that, but I don't think he's going to make it any further than about 12 or 13 laps. So expect him in a couple laps before that, just because the pace loss in those last few laps on those tyres are absolutely horrendous. So my guess at the moment, lap 10 or 11 still.
Yeah, and he certainly will need to start with Priscilla. He's Blind Man in car behind Greg's. Coming down, it's just through.
Oh, here we go.
Now
That is ready. Around the outside.
Oh, looking for it.
Is he going to go around the
brakes.
outside?
Oh.
He just went back. Nah.
Greg's did a great job to cover that off, but he's not going to. Shows the nose at turn
He's
3.
on a mission.
Oh, he jumps the curve as well.
Oh,
He's off track a bit.
Around turn 4, he's going to get a chance into turn 5 here. It's camping, so you can hang it around the outside if you want to, but can't quite get alongside. Now the next opportunity he's going to get, not into the kink up next, it's going to be the corkscrew. He's going to line him up, try and get a good exit out of the kink. Oh, a little bit of wide, but he does get the run. Up the hill now, towards the corkscrew. Can he take P2?
and he does.
Lane under brakes.
Or the
Great
corkscrew
dump.
too.
Yep, just over the rise, which I guess is America's version of Skyline.
Absolutely. So if your boss has bleeded a lot of time, but he has
He had some more tires.
incredible tyres. Yeah, incredible tyres. The boss just been cruising the last few laps, and he's given up a bit of that, about half of that 5-second lead. But as it stands, 2.5-second gap. The boss and Blind Man, we have a race on our hands. This is going to be
Absolutely.
incredible.
Is there much fuel differential between them? Bearing in mind the 2 second refuel rate?
It's about 1%, 2%.
Okay, yeah, so nothing in
Basically
that.
the same.
Which is, that's with Boss cruising around and Blind Man fair into it to pick up all those positions. He's certainly moving great fuel side.
And the Boss and Blind Man both close. Well, the Boss went purple. Blind Man matched his quickest lap, which at the moment is a 28.6. So somewhere along there on lap number 7, Blind Man has snatched back that fastest lap from the Boss, and now he's got some clean air. And they're both going to be putting down rubber for some purple lap times. The race is heating up as we're in lap 10. We're a third the way through. Oh, Blind Man very wide from the apex as he came through the kink. Almost runs off the track, and that gap opens up by 7/10 in one corner alone into the corkscrew. Very conservative under brakes there. The Boss absolutely throwing it into the corkscrew, trying to get as much time gained as possible. Blind Man on the exit now. Gains a little bit, 3.2 seconds. So we look further down the order, we have a lot of cars in not a lot of space. We have Brewer, Keza, Killer on the loose, Malevolent One, Rudzi, all bumper to bumper as they head down towards the fast final sector.
Nothing
1 corner to go.
All the cars on one screen. There is nothing in there.
Absolutely. There is action up and down this Category 2B grid at the moment. As Boss takes back the fastest lap with a 28.595. This race is heating up. Into the first braking zone of this Californian circuit. We see this battle pack still single file. All waiting their turn. It's a long way to go. Still 20 laps, half an hour of racing left on the cards.
Looks like they've separated a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look down even further, you've got Rainbow Sox, Good Doc, Debrev, Renegade, all within just a couple of seconds of one another. This race far from over. Petey Pops and Craig's is still going on it as well. Petey Pops, where grip at the moment is needed. He's only got about 30% tyres, 25% on that front left. But imagine we'll see him into the next 2 laps.
Or maybe even this lap as well, given how the most recent tyre update has made those.
Yeah, and look, if he runs in early, the mediums will
never mind, he goes.
Will definitely last the race distance, and also he can fill up to go home, to get home. So the running soft will give him great advantage to gain those few positions at the starts. It will turn out to be a great strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. Get that little bit of clean air at the start while everybody else is squabbling like we're seeing happen. And then
back.
yeah, absolutely that. Oh, as we're seeing a bit of action between Malevolent One and Rudzi for P7 and P8. Malevolent One holds on for now in the Thunder Motorsports car. The Black Rose Racing Rudzi charging, trying to find a way around the outside at the first braking zone. Has to settle for 8th at the moment. Looks to the inside. Oh,
and he's got it.
What a move! Oh, he runs deep! Malevolent One slides on by!
There. Bit of contact there.
I don't think there's anything malicious in that. I think Malevolent One, he's on the racing line, and then Rudzi just ran deep on the compromised line. And not much Malevolent One can do, but as it stands, Keza right behind Rudzi now, looking for a way past. So Rudzi, who was all eyes forward a moment ago, is now looking his revision mirror as he has the Brocchio 5 Sim Racing driver, the number 82, right behind him. But he's making light work. He's already put 8/10 on Keza, and he's charging back towards Malevolent One. Rudzi has a lot of extra pace in him at the moment. He's just being held back just a little. He's a little bit fuel compromised though, Rudzi, as well.
Looks like somebody's got a penalty.
Oh yeah, it is Petey Pops. Oh, that's not helping Petey Pops in any way, shape or form. I mean, so far.
You also see Cruz picked up about 1.7 seconds on Petey Pops. He's starting to bleed time now, so that can stop.
Those tyres are gone.
Yeah, this battle pack is moving at about 130s. We're actually dipping into the 29s on the last lap, while Petey Pops, he's been in 30s and 31s now. Interesting to see what this lap is like, but we may be robbed of that as actually going to be pitting this lap. Surely you can't stay out too much longer. Petey Pops will be looking at that delta coming down to through at 3.5 seconds at the moment.
Pit and take the penalty on the way out of the pits. And, yeah, he definitely needs to get on the mediums, but I can guarantee they will have good condition all the way to the end.
Absolutely. I mean, you're looking at the worst mediums in the field, and there's still only about a quarter more. Archangel is about half on that front right, so he's absolutely murdering those tyres, but in last place at the moment, I imagine he's had a couple of spins on those, which aren't helping the tyre health in any way.
Yeah, so
Petey Pops goes around again.
And Greg's is...
Oh, he's probably going to take the penalty, then he's going to pit.
Yeah.
Because the penalty...
5 seconds out of Greg's after that.
Yep.
So Boss has woken up here, and he's noticed that the blind man's chasing him, and he's dropped some absolute heat on the table. 29.5, 29.5, 29.2, and 29.4. Oh, 28.5, 29.5, 29.2, 29.4. My blind man. 29.4, 29.3, 29.4, 29.6. So some serious heat between these front runners at the moment. Absolutely throwing haymakers on one another. Yes,
it's late in the race, very respectful.
Yeah.
Petey Pops is getting close to running on some empty tyres here as he's bled 3 seconds this lap alone. Threw a ride on his rocker. I think Petey Pops has left it too late. Needed to pit by now. 14 laps is too long on the tops. Absolutely.
Probably thinking to take the penalty first, given that the pit lane is before the penalty line.
Even if you have a penalty and you go into the pits, it just serves it when you come out of the pits.
Alright, the more you know.
Goes around again.
What is he? Is he trying to go halfway?
I think so.
He's trying to go halfway.
Oh, somebody's gone! Huge accident! Cars everywhere at the final turn! 11 at 1, Kill on the loose, and Rudsey. Let's have a look.
Yep.
Let's see what happened here. Oh! Rear quarter touch. Into turn 11. Oh!
So it was actually Keza in it, and Rudsey, Keza, Malevolent 1.
And somehow Rudsey got a position.
Bit of shuffling for position there. There's a turn in on Keza, who's there for 11-1 on the outside. So yeah, just a bit unfortunate there. Cars don't fit through wide that hill.
No, absolutely not.
It's not. And Petey Pops has lost 2 positions within the span of 2 corners.
Well, he's taken those close to halfway.
Yeah.
So let's see, will this be the lap? Oh, 2 cars off at the King.
No!
Yeah.
That is Debrev and Rainbow Sox once again. And Rainbow Sox is redressing. Oh!
And
Archangel has just, oh my goodness.
That was unexpected.
Brev has damage as well. So does Rainbow Sox. So there's been a big collision between those two.
Get into gravel. Is it a re-entry? Oh, unfortunately, yes.
Alright, Petey Pops is finally.
Yeah, so Rainbow Sox was redressing it. Archangel just drives straight at him as he's parked on the side of the road. But, interesting.
Petey Pops is finally pitted.
Yeah, so Rainbow Sox also into the pits. As Petey Pops puts some fuel in. How much does he put in? He's at halfway and he used about the
I'd say
third of his
third-
tank.
Yeah.
He's got 80% left in. He's going to go at it, and he's put another pair of softs on. So he's really trying to hammer home this one-stop soft. Now, when I made the strategy graphic, I actually had the soft on there. But I was told that, no, that strategy is never going to work. But I probably should have left it on there because first race up and Petey Pops has come out with a vengeance against my strategy graphics, apparently.
But I'm not sure this plan has worked, definitely because of that. Going very, very long with softs.
Yeah,
Perhaps if you did it a bit earlier, then just maybe the softs all the way until the end. Maybe, just maybe he made it work.
We might be able to see a little bit of difference in the tyre wear. It depends on what traffic he gets into and fighting. He was fighting very hard in those early laps.
Oh, what's happening at the back? The back. Somebody's slow out of the kind of left here.
There's quite a few guys bumper to bumper here. There's Battle Pack, as there's been a few pit stops. Crew's up to 4th, Rudzy in 5th. Rudzy really pressuring Crew at the moment, trying to get up into 4th place. These guys are on the tail end of the podium at the moment. As Greg's is, I don't know, he's still got 10 seconds ahead of these guys. So, I don't think Greg's is really stressing. What is that? Graphic race. As Debrev and Archangel are side by side as they head into the bottom of the track.
Oh, that's very wide.
Yeah. A little bit of mid-race action for the guys battling the back. As Rainbow Sox, he took the early pit stop and he's being overlapped at the moment, but I'd imagine he'll get that back once everybody...
Yeah, it's a good 58 seconds or so through pit lane.
That's with no
So you
fuel,
make sure
right?
that everybody just need to make... Oh! There's Rudzy!
Oh, Rudzy dives in!
Right on the apex.
A little bit of argy-bargy there, but he's made it through. He's in P4 now.
Yeah, that's for P4 and P5.
Ooh, a little bit squirrely out of that.
Spot killer in the fight too, down to 6/10.
Absolutely.
Level 1, sitting back about 1.4, so we're getting on that gap.
I have a feeling this race is far from over.
Absolutely. And even the top part of the podium, it's only one mistake in that gap of that race.
2-second gap between Boss and Blind Man at the moment. That is a much slimmer margin than what we saw at the start. The Boss took off and put 6 seconds on the field almost immediately. And we thought it was over, but Blind Man has mounted a challenge in the opening stint of this race. He made light work of this category 2B field. Charging for this race win. It's anyone's race win at the moment. I think the pit stop.
Halving that gap to Crew, and he's bringing the level with him at a faster pace.
Absolutely. And then Kez is not too far out of the mix either in P8. So now we're getting around that lap 20 mark. Most of these guys have a bit of fuel left in the tank. I'm just interested to see who bites the cherry first and who follows. I think at this stage of the race they're going to be chucking on softs. That seems like the obvious choice.
I'll certainly hold for 10 laps.
Yeah, but some of these more heavy-footed drivers with their tyres, maybe if you're Nemesis and you're getting low on your tyres, you might chuck on... Oh, well, Nemesis has got to be in next lap. Has he got enough fuel? He might run out of fuel here.
Oh, yeah, might be right.
He has used an absolute bucketload of fuel. He's like 2% left in the tank. Yeah.
He's absolutely. I'll explain this. Scrounging on that fuel.
It's just coming up to turn 5, so after
this. He's used an extra 20% fuel than anyone else on the track.
And then that happens.
Oh, actually, it's Rudzy is also on the fuel line, but he goes around again, but he's on closer to 10% fuel. I'm just interested in whether Nemesis makes it back home here.
I think he's gonna make it back, but it's gonna take a while to get out of the pits.
He is running on absolutely nothing at the moment. He's got 2 corners to go. He could roll it in from here, but
And how's Debrev's fuel going?
Dobrev still has 20%.
Yeah, so
As
there's
the
a fair bit of an overlap.
is 50% fuel.
As Nemesis has absolutely nothing in the tank. He ran out as he was in front of the pits.
I applaud you. I applaud.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
So I think we'll see Good Doc and Debrev certainly jumping here. There's an extra couple of seconds in that fuel variance.
So Good Dog pulls into the box. There's 12 laps left of the race. You can get home on some softs there. So I think Good Dog's hoping to get this undercut, lay down some rubber quickly with some open air at the start of this one, and we'll see how it goes. The boss is in.
Pulled the pin.
Yeah. He's on 9% of the fuel.
Blind Man goes
Blind
around.
Man is done. Okay.
But that makes sense because Blind Man has used more tyres than the boss. So I think Blind Man's going to need that extra lap to make sure his tyres get home. So let's see, next to make the decision will be Greg's. He goes round. Then it's Prua. Prua goes round. So does Killer. So does Malevolent. As Good Dog builds out of the pits, 63% of the tank. He's just coming around the first turn. Next in the pits is Rudzy. Basically
3% fuel.
So Blind Man will get a lap lead here, added to the stats. So Brewer and Killer.
That's the first?
Maybe, potentially. Brewer and Killer, they're 3/10 apart at the moment, and Malevolent One not too far behind either. So Killer has just been slowly working his way towards Brewer. Do we have any other pitters? At the moment, just Dobrev peels in as well.
The boss, I don't think it's pitted yet. Yes, sorry, yes.
He has pitted. He has pitted. All right,
Blind Man's in.
6% fuel.
I assume Greg's will be in. He has absolutely nothing left in the tank. And
He is.
Brewer
Looks like we
and
have
Killer,
a small
Malevolent
battle
One.
going on.
And, the boss hasn't put any fuel in.
Oh no!
Oh, he's had it. Oh, he might have just thrown away this win as he has to peel it again from P6.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was looking at that timing and it only showed a 29-second differential. I was trying to work out how come it's that close. That's
So
why.
everybody's in. The boss has done. Oh, is he going to change tyres again? That's the big question.
I don't think he is.
So Blacklight have hired the D's Fuel Man, and that's disaster. Blind Man will see the boss back into the pits, and he'll be absolutely cheering as he comes out with 45% in the tank.
I have
And the boss will
absolute
put on more
empathy.
tyres.
Oh,
I've done
this is.
throw him out. He'll go softs here and try and rip it home. Yeah, it's a hollow feeling in your guts, but it is an easy mistake to make when you're too quick on that on the buttons.
So Greggs peels out as well. He will inherit P2 on the road. Level
And
1
Blind
as
Man
well.
is in the lead.
He has
He's
a
actually gonna get it done.
15-second lead.
I think he's actually gonna get it done. That's the first counter.
Softs all over the board. Everyone throwing softs on the car. So we're going to be absolutely hammering it home now to see who finishes on the podium. This has absolutely been flipped on its head as things sort themselves out. So Petey Pops is now up to 4th when everybody has pit, when it's all settled down. Malevolent One, he's 3rd. But
And the
Petey
guys
Pops,
behind only went to about 54%, so I think they're going to have a bit of an advantage in the pit stop duration. That'll bring them
Yeah,
back.
everyone's negligibly the same on fuel, so nobody's really an outlier at the moment. Petey Pops, he's got those softs nice and warmed up at the moment, but he's already worn 30%, whereas all the cars around him are on absolutely pristine softs. Rutsy there in 5th. Trying to a bit of an interpretive line through that corner.
Yeah, 2.5 seconds back to Killer. And
So yeah, Killer's come
big
through
advantage over
fifth.
Brewer.
Yep.
2.5 seconds.
And we've got the boss, 33 seconds off the lead, 1 point down to 1.1. He's taking time out of these guys in front. So what are we looking at? Back
This is
to
going to be
the podium.
entertaining. Oh, I reckon he can. This is going to be an absolute mega drive. This is going to be
27.
exciting stuff for the boss.
6 seconds. 6.5
Better
seconds
be on
back
it.
to the podium.
And it looks like a small battle package is forming up ahead of him, so he may very well get it before lap 30, I guess, if they start battling.
Let's have a look. Petey Pops is there. He's right on the tail of Malevolent One, but he can't be eyes forward as Runsey shows the nose into the kink. Up the hill now, Petey Pops, he's in trouble. Runsey looks to the inside, but it's going to become the outside. Shows the nose. Holds position for now. Oh, Malevolent One's gone! Malevolent One, he's off the track. Nose into the wall of the corkscrew. It's all gone wrong for Malevolent One, and he's down to P8 in the blink of an eye. It's all gone wrong for the Thunder Motorsports driver. He rejoins right in front of Keza there.
It's slightly dangerous.
And this,
and he's no, that's gone from bad to
Keza makes
worse.
contact. Oh, it's all gone wrong for Malevolent One. Oh, that's
Race
disaster.
ruining incidents within the span of what, 3 laps.
Corkscrew claims another.
Looks like he probably was too eager on the throttle.
Yes,
see.
corkscrew.
Let's see. Oh, he hits the curve. He hits the little bump on the inside. Got a little too greedy with the curb.
And then he finally rejoins in front of Keza, who runs up the back of him. And then Keza looks for a wide line, and oh, he loses it on the So Malevolent One loses the rear coming through the next corner, and then Keza collects him. There's nothing Keza can do there, unfortunately, because he's just spun on his bonnet. But yeah, that's so unfortunate for Malevolent One sitting at a podium place and down to P9. You got to feel for the Thunder Motorsport driver.
We've all been
While
before,
that
right?
has been going on, we've got the boss up to P6 and 5 tenths behind Killer. And on mission.
He'll make light work of this.
Yep.
28-2 on the last lap.
Oh,
P3.
Oh, he has too. Yeah, he's been promoted, but he's under a lot of pressure from Rudsey. Rudsey pulls to the outside. And then
side by
neck,
side.
as they head through the first turn, the little kick down the hill. Now the
Rudsey's a
braking
bit
zone.
ahead.
Oh, is he going to do it around the outside? Oh, Petey Pops.
He's
Hold
going
on
to put
to
a
it,
switch
son.
back.
Oh,
Great driving.
He's got the switch back.
And that's
Up
what
in a
Killer
P3.
well and truly
Now,
into
go on,
play.
the whistle's all over him.
oh, this is incredible racing.
We've had a disconnect there too.
So 11, I believe. And now the boss has suddenly approached this group now.
The boss has arrived. He's looking very racy. He's going to make light work of this battle pack. He looks to the inside, to the kick, but Petey Pop, Killer on the loose, calls his bluff. Up the hill now. The boss looks to the
He's on a good
inside.
run.
Oh, not quite close enough on this occasion.
There's a settlement now for the corkscrew.
The headlights have all come now, and it's getting quite dark here in the California desert.
Oh,
Oh!
he's off!
He's
The
gone!
boss is gone.
Huge action!
Oh!
Into the wall!
Oh, and he's the other way around. Oh,
This is absolute disaster for the boss.
that's from bad to worse to even worse. Oh no.
Put the wrong power on the JSM accounting action replay, unfortunately.
But we can see.
There's a
Oh, he
comeback
just
up.
goes off. Once you go into that dirt, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I
Wow.
guess that's certainly lap 26.
Yes.
That's taken the wind out of his sail for a podium, but clearly a very quick driver on the track.
Petey
Pop's going defensive.
Still trying to hold on to this P4 from Killer. His tyres are absolutely screaming. He's still got to carry him 5 laps, and he's under halfway through his tyres.
Let's
The
go
clean
inside
air at
for
the
a
start of the
bird's eye
stint.
view.
The clean air at the
Logan
start of the
drives.
stint really helped him. Oh, Killer!
And here
He
comes
makes
a
contact
dive
on the
from
apex.
Killer.
Oh,
Oh,
and that brings
Petey
Brewer into
Pops
the
is
mix as
helping.
well.
and there's 3
Oh,
wide.
3-1! Oh,
Oh,
Petey Pops
Now they're
loses
too
2
wide.
positions.
oh.
Petey Pops absolutely struggling on those soft tyres at the moment. Everyone else around him is on pretty much pristine softs. I say that, but most are about a third worn.
Yeah, you can see
Pristine
Petey Pops
relative.
understeer into that corner too.
Yeah.
So that's brought Brewer right up behind Killer and Lucy. He was about 2 seconds back, not that long ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
The quiet achiever in all this is Keza. He's built a nice buffer around him, but I'm pretty sure he's up about 5 places to where he was early in the race. Solid comeback.
Look at Rudsey, P3. Where did he start?
1 second. Rudsey started P3, he still is P3.
Right.
But he's been everywhere. He's been up the top,
Yeah.
down the bottom, and he's very topsy-turvy race.
It was that times, last 2 laps after so that was his pit stop. Lap 25, he's 28.9, 28.7. Killer behind him has not got into 28s since his pit stop, but then he has had some close racing to contend with.
So as it stands, P2, P3, P4, and P6 are all in the same position that they started. So Greg's Rudsey, Killer, Petey Pops, they're all in the same position they started this one, which is funny.
90% of the race gone, maybe a little bit more. But
Archangel has some blue flags for Blind Man who is approaching. Let's see how he handles the blue flags. Yeah, nice.
Okay, just lets him
Down
through
way
before
off
the
Blind
corkscrew.
Man. Oh, and then he almost loses it. Oh.
It looks like the race has calmed down quite a bit.
and I'd say there might have been a little bit of a miss on it, not a major one, but a slip for Brewer. He was down to 3 tenths, now back out to 1.3.
Yeah. Oh, that's Brewer's off. Oh, he spun
Brewer's off.
at the kink.
Yes,
So Petey Pops is going to take that position now from Brewer. He had a massive off at the kink. I think just clipped the grass on the outside.
looks like he kept it straight though, so didn't lose too much time.
Yeah, this has been a shocking lap for Brewer. He's 8 seconds down on his personal best, which he did set on the last lap.
Yeah, just a little bit wide for the left-hander on the right heel straight.
Yeah.
Managed to do well to hold that position.
Now he's on
Absolutely.
30 tires.
Yeah.
So Petey Pops, he's got 3 laps to go, and he's still got about 20% tyres, so he is going to make it to the end, and if he can carry those to a P5, that's a spectacular drive performance.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely bizarre strategy.
Yeah. And he's just sort of, the gap's fluctuating a bit, but Crew's definitely on a mission once he gets the tyres clean again.
Yeah, absolutely. So the boss is still down in P8. He's going to run out of time. I think this is where he's going to finish,
Yes.
barring any errors ahead.
Yeah,
Definitely
that
a race
gap
for
in front's too big because
So Dobrev has made up a bunch of positions as well.
but Crew's not going to have this his own way. Have a look at Kez at 6/10. That
Oh,
spin has brought it right back into
Yeah.
play for Keza here. And that might take the pressure off Peter Box as well.
in this championship fight, every point counts. So Keza from Rocky needs to get, hoping that he can get that extra point off Pro for 6th place.
And I'll say this
Looks-
respectfully. It's
I
not
know,
the-
he's off
Crew is
again.
on the
Oh,
very close.
Now they're side by side.
Keza gets by. Just
Kez has got
about.
the run
Crew
into
is-
the
yet.
corner.
Not yet. The turn 11 we go. Side by
He's
side.
got the unders.
Brewer stays a bit of ahead. And
Keza on the swing
Keza's
back.
Keza,
Good move.
yeah. Great
Good move.
driving there. Both drivers. I was going to say, respectfully, it's one thing catching Crew, but he's a really defensive driver in a good way. It's hard to get through, so it's great racing.
Absolutely. I mean, Brewer, he went a little off and then immediately on the defensive, but Keza had already committed to that inside line and it almost ended in disaster, but they did well to keep pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, just turning back on the inside, turn 11, going to run up the straight. So where
Yeah.
does this leave? Killer's picked up 6 seconds out of Petey Pops. He's 5 behind Rudsey, so that's where that will probably finish. And
Petey Pops might be in trouble here.
yeah,
He's 3 laps, 2.5 laps, 4 seconds.
and his tires are almost gone.
He's only got to get him 1 lap, 1 and a bit laps.
Yeah,
That's 4 seconds. It's going to be tight. It's going to be bleeding time like no tomorrow, especially through those left-handers.
and it looks
Tyres
like
on the right side of the car. I've definitely seen better days.
Kez is a second lap quicker.
I think he'll be fine.
We'll see Petey Pops' pace on this last lap. I think it's going to be well and truly slower than a 31. Potentially into the 32s.
might be a 33 even.
31.9.
Never mind.
And Keza set a 30.7. A 30.5, sorry. So the chase is on. Petey Pops is going to bleed a lot of time this lap. But Blind Man come through the corkscrew. He's 30 seconds ahead of the next best challenger. He's had an absolutely spectacular drive this race.
From last to first even.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and done it with confidence. He is coming into turn 11 for the last time, so this will give Blind Man and a convincing 27 seconds, notwithstanding the boss with the fuel. But this is a great win to Blind Man, sensational win. Greg's 27.5 seconds down the track. Yeah, you can't take that away from Blind Man.
The gap to Petey Pops and Keza is down to 2 seconds, so Petey Pops bleeding a lot of time. He's only got 4 more corners to go as
Like,
Craig
probably the
approaches
hardest
the final corner. He's had a spectacular drive as well.
He's
Huge
Greg's
prop.
onto the main straight for second. Very, very solid second place there. Rudsey's 7.4 down the line. Crossing the finish line.
Looks like Keza's a bit closer now.
Petey
1.3.
Pops is going to
Next
hold
to
on.
Killer.
Yeah, he is.
We had this battle with Petey Pops and Keza, but at this point, it's a great P5 to Petey Pops.
Yeah.
Different strategy to everyone else. Keza in P6, Crew across the line in 7th, and the boss in P8.
Gotta feel good.
Yeah. Disappointing for Boss. He'll be not happy with that one.
Good dog coming around for P9. He's picked up, I think it's about 4 positions on this starting. Rainbow Sox, P10. Renegade across the line from 11.
Oh, and something's
Deep
happened to Dobrev. He was running in 9th there, but he's fallen to P12, so unlucky for
P12.
Dobrev.
And Nemesis finished off the time on lap down. So, guys, I will.
Oh boy.
Just get the lobby results up for everyone.
Yep.
So there we have it. As we called, VTX Flyman, Greggs and Rudsey take the podium. Not a long way back, but Killer, great drive there. I think that was his starting position, so managed to hold it through all that chaos. Petey Pops, P5, alternate strategy, softs both sectors, did well to hold that. Followed by Keza, Prua, The Boss, Good Doc, Rainbow Sox, Renegade, Debrev, Nemesis, and Malevolent One, who had a technical issue and a disconnect, probably about halfway through the race. But guys, your thoughts on the race, and particularly driver of the day?
That was a race and a half. There's a lot of, I'd say, typical Laguna Seca shenanigans from the times I raced on here. But yeah, race and a half.
Definitely an
Yeah.
interesting race. Lots
Yeah.
of topsy and turvy. I mean, after the first 5 laps, it looked like it was the boss's race to lose. He absolutely blitzed the field in the opening stages. And then, yeah, towards the end, at the stop, made a critical error and had to pit twice, which around here, that pit transit time is absolutely horrendous. And yeah, made another mistake, which ended all hope of a podium. So, yeah, I mean, huge race, lots of action up and down the field. And
Indeed.
I mean, for the most part, after the 2 red flags, it was fairly clean, it must be said.
Yeah, there are a couple of little hiccups or bits of mischief here and there, but yeah, thankfully they got that that stuff out of their system early on. Your thoughts on driver of the day?
For me, I'd say PD Pops for just having the gall to go double softs in a race dominated by the medium to soft strategy.
Yep. And Lenocious?
I think I'm gonna go PD Pops. Just the soft start strategy. He made it work and got a good good finish because of it. He I mean, he's had a huge stroke of bad luck in races, but he's managed to overcome that tonight, which is great on the alternate strategy. We love a good alternate strategy, and he made it
Indeed.
work. So props to PD Pops.
Absolutely. And I can't see the stream, but what's the nominations in the stream looking like?
Blind Man, PD Pops, Drive of the Day, Boss. Yeah, a bit of a mix, but Blind Man and PD Pop seem to be the 2 main contenders.
And look, I agree. And look, my vote goes through to PD Pops. What the alternate strategy did for him is bank him some solid points, and a great way to get back into the series from there. Honourable mention, kudos to Blind Man. Yep, he finished first, and I know the boss made a mistake, but it was through his driving and race management that got him from the back of the field to the front of the field to put himself in that position. So even at worst, it would have been a very solid second. So yeah, honourable mention to Blind Man on that. So guys, that wraps up our Category 2 Group B race. Boybigum Lenocious, thank you for race directing tonight. We've had quite a few issues with PSN and initially the OBS sound settings that I think we're on top of. What we'll do now is we will go to a very short intermission intro while we change to the Group A lobby, and we'll get underway as soon as we can. So thank you guys. We'll be back with you shortly. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. We've got a new race director and we're ready to go for Cat 2 Group A drivers. So, new RD, Mountain Goaty from Brocky 05 Sim Racing. How are you tonight?
Oh, great, Graham. Yeah, it's good to be here. It's my first RD duty for the year, actually. And and we'll see how these Category 2 guys actually tackle Laguna Seca this evening. So it's a bit of a technical track, this one. And as we've seen earlier on today and even the previous round, the racing is pretty brilliant in these cars. So, I think it's going to be a close battle.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on how the drives are shaping up after the practice and the practice starts?
Yeah, oh mate, they're pretty on point. I haven't seen too much carnage. So yeah, I think they'll keep it nice and clean for us tonight.
All right, so race format and settings are identical to the Group B race. Based on what we saw in the previous Group B, this will be, I think, a tightly fought race and potentially challenging in the first few corners. So let's hope they've got their stuff together. What do you reckon we get straight into qualifying? Bearing in mind we're a little bit late. We had a few technical issues in the previous lobby across PSN and OBS, but I think we're on top of it now. Well, fingers crossed we are. So if you want to hit that button, we'll get quali underway. Actually, we've got a few initiating. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll just wait for them to initiate. But what kind of times do you reckon we'll be looking for, Graham, out of our Category 2 guys this evening?
Well, I've definitely had a lack of track time, but I'm pretty sure there was it 27.4 was pole for Group 4, so definitely in the 27s. Was that in line with what you saw out of practice?
Yeah, well, they were. I think a couple of them were going into a 26. So yeah, we might actually see a 26 tonight, which would be a bit of a feat.
Yeah, very solid times.
Yeah. Without further ado, we'll send them into qualifying.
Excellent. We'll flick that screen over as soon as it's underway.
Long holding for the start of qualifying, but they're away now.
Yeah, it can definitely get like that. So I don't know if it's the last update, but definitely a few variances in the also, but that's what you call lag from people that normally we haven't seen that much from before. So that first car out, we've got the Stranger and Revs. So on the outlap, we should see them just give themselves a bit of racing room for the first couple of time laps before the pit stop. And you want to be close. You'd love to get a bit of aero, but you don't want to be too close.
Yeah, so that's it.
Quickly run through. So we've got the Stranger on track, Rebs next in line, Big J third in the queue, Mr. Bump Crack, Black Project, Carbon Boy. A little bit bunched up at the moment, so I need to get that sorted. Maverick, Laminator, Bugsy, Freelix, Wartime, Rebel, and VF. So we'll go back to the front.
Yeah, and like you were saying before, mate, it is good to get a little bit of slipstream qualifying, but if you end up being really close to the one in front of you, you can only go as fast as you can.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much to trick yourself to when you are close. You just can lose a little bit of sight on the turning if you're focusing on the guy in front. So yeah, it's good to be just outside, but close enough that you can gauge where you're at. But, so Stranger's commenced his lap, and a bit of distance there to Revs and Big J. So stay in front during this lap and just see where it all goes, because then it's
Strange here. Now he goes on his first fire. As he comes up to the king, just a little bit of a lift. I want to try and get into that apex, but watch that sausage curve. It's like that'll ruin the day. And I think this is the hardest break in the calendar, actually. Want to get down to the second gear and then try and over to the right.
It is quite wide over the top there. And
Yeah.
the car's light.
Yeah, gets very light. It's a pretty neat and tidy lap here from Australia. Rounds the penultimate corner. Coming up to the last corner. Down here, this first gear corner. Oh, second gear. And gets out of there nicely. Yep, we'll see what he has on the run up to the line. It's like a low 8, so it's not a bad factor.
Big
got-
J, 0.4 up. And the balls are starting to drop. We've got Black Project in second with a 27.9. Yeah, I definitely think we'll see the 26 of struggled here.
Yeah, Freelix jumps up in P2 as well with a 27.8.
Yeah, and we've got 1, 2, and 3 on the points total, and 4. P1, 2, 3, and 5 are in the top 5 of the race. So taking on where they left off from last week's sprint.
A couple of suspects up there. It's going to be a tough championship to dominate. I reckon. Just how close the cars on the field is.
Yeah, you can see there Big J through that left-hand or side, a little bit of a slide, but that could be an absolute time killer.
And it doesn't take much between, just a little slide between pole and sixth. So, yeah, so we want to try and get a nice and neat lap together. Big J,
Big J
Fields
and
yeah.
this one cracker pulled the pin early on tyres.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So I have found actually that a warm set of tyres are actually a little bit quicker than a brand new set. So that could be the way of thinking for Big J and Muckrat.
Yeah,
But,
I did see in the first race, soft to softs back to back, but his times in the first 8 laps, from about lap 3 through to lap 8, were progressively quicker every lap.
It is interesting. The car's a bit, everything else usually is. That's not quite good.
And while we were talking, strangely, 27.674, a nano second ahead of Freelix. These are the two guys that have stayed out along with Black Project. Who's had a bit of mischief there, he did 29 flat in his last lap.
Nice lap from Strange there.
So stay on the guys up front.
Strange is lap. He does.
Yep, he's pulled in. Freelix coming down through corkscrew. Split time just here. Yeah, he'll probably come into his 1.7 seconds. He's either deliberately slowed or he's had a bit of a moment.
So this will be the in lap for majority of this field.
What do we got? Just under 4 minutes. So Big Joe on the out lap, I think.
Yep.
Craig has stayed out. No, he did come in. So these guys are around that. Yeah, he's close enough. So he's throwing on the straight. So both the upper straights. Very close to the corners.
Yeah, this might come in with a bit of traffic here.
11. Didn't catch the split, but fresh set of tyres, doesn't make a mistake. He's right in there.
Jumps up to P2.
Yep, 3 turns back.
These guys get one more run here. Spots. Oh, strength is gone now. He's over.
Yep, that's done for him. BJ might not hit this his final lap, so straight left to the right.
BJ needs to do something out here. Let's just grab hold. Nice and tidy.
Yeah, that was Budsy off in the background there. He's just managed to hold off to the right there and stay out of the that's an APR car behind. He's a little bit up on his personal best, got to make a couple of million sectors of it, but I don't think it was 4 tenths.
That's been an absolute magical last 5-4 to the line now. It's going to be 27.9.
Budsy, can you
Black Beijing.
and I think we've got carbon going through. Who have we got out on
Yeah, no one, that's it.
That's it.
Qualifying's done. There you go. Stranger takes out pole.
All right, we'll just get the podium up here. We'll have a look at that. Okay, so official results. Cat 2 Group A for round 2 brought to you by Adelaide Ceramic Coatings. So we've got the Stranger with a 127.307. Not quite a 26, but very respectable pole time. Just under 3 tenths back, we've got Felix in second, Big J in third, Budsy in fourth, and Lemonator in fifth. Just look at the gap on the right-hand side, guys. There's less than 6 tenths down to P7. So we've got Lemonator in P5, Carbon Boy in P6, Black Project in 7, Mr. Bumcrack in 8, within 7 tenths of the pole. Grovel sitting 0.803 back in 9th, Revs 0.9 in 10th, VF 0.956 in 11th. Just on a second back, we got Madrick in 12th and Wartime sitting back at a 2.4. Knowing Wartime, I think he's probably had some moments there on his quick laps because he's definitely up with the rest of the field. So I think looking at the gaps between the drivers, this is a very close field. Basically, you can call it less than a second across the 13 drivers. It'll be really good to really good to see what the race pace is. Yeah, your thoughts, mate?
Yeah. I was just going to add to that. Wartime. Yeah, I know he's definitely a top 5 driver in this category. So yeah, he just couldn't quite put the lap together. So he'll be looking for something in the race. But starting at the back might actually be a bit of a blessing in disguise. You never know.
Yeah, and we'll see what strategy he runs with it. And you've got to remember that the winner of the Group B race came from the back to win it. So it certainly can be done. You never know what the race will hand out to you. And it is pretty easy to trip up in quali. You've really only got 2 or 3 laps to get it right. So what we might do, I'll just get this screen reset. I think the guys have had time to make their tyre choices.
Yep.
What do you reckon we get the Cat 2 Group A race brought to you by JSM Accounting Group underway? Do you want to hit that button and we'll fly
good
from there?
All right. So, who do we want to jump on board with for the run down to 1?
I'll sit on the first car.
Yeah.
If you
All
want
right.
to drop back a little bit.
Have a bit of a look around.
All right,
There's
we're
a
almost ready to
long
go.
hold.
We've got 2 lights, 3, 4, 5. Everyone's foot on the brake, and we're racing. A very solid start there from everyone. Couldn't see a jump.
Yeah, no, very clean start from the field.
Yeah, a little bit of jostling, but very clean through there. Well done, guys.
Yeah, nicely done. We've got Stranger who leads the way into 2. Nice clean start from him actually. Just coming across and taking the racing line. What you got to do. Me too. Big J's all over him. Better on it though.
Guys, just apologize. I've got a little lag between.
We've got 3
capture.
wide. 3 wide. P10. Going up to the kink. That's not really going to work.
That's very tricky.
Just getting shuffled out wide there and revs. Yeah. That's very unfortunate for those lads.
Back to the leading group. They've sorted themselves out with about half a second between them. I think the first couple of laps here, these guys will do that when people start making moves. So given that it's a multi-tyre, multi-strategy race, do we have anyone that's not started on the mediums? Just so we can reviews.
We've got 2 people on the SOPs on the ultimate strategy, and the first guy is Lampinator, so he's on the back of that top 3 back, and then the other guy is Wartime. So he started at the back, he's up in the P8, and he's going to make some moves on it.
Just see how those guys handle that. And you can see Laminator is all over the back of the joint.
Oh, he's gone for a big dive there.
Contact there between Laminator and Big Joe, I think.
He's made it work. We'll be looking to get in front of this field as quick as we can. It's just losing.
It'd be interesting to see how he manages his first 5 laps. Some times he's only 1.2 seconds back behind the stranger, and theoretically his tyres are the first 5 laps. It just, he needs to get past him.
On the back of Stranger. And he is. Stranger kind of covered it. A little bit of contact. Now Laminator's all over it. This could get ugly.
You can see Laminator there in the rear vision mirror, so the next few corners are quite fly. A bit of trail braking works very well through here.
Yeah, really sad at the moment. Laminator's all over it.
I think he was on that inside curve. These cars don't react well to those, so yeah, he's got the inside line. Felix a little bit more there just to give racing room, so well done. It's lap 3. Race over.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that Felix recognised that and was left to the right. Because you don't want to be badly stupid.
No. And he may not know exactly what that tyre is, but when you see the lap differentials coming down like that and that gap closing,
yeah,
you can get an idea of their quality. So Stranger 0.58 out from Laminator. Strategy.
he's just popped in the fastest lap of the race. As you expect.
And not a shabby lap at a 28.9.
Yeah.
A lot of the laps on mediums are on the 29s.
That's nice lap.
Let's see how he goes from Rahal straight over the top. Cars light. This is where your braking advantage should be down into the corkscrew. And probably three of the most flowing corners on the track.
Yeah. It's an interesting section, this one, because if you muck up Tuesday while we're coming out of the corkscrew, then it ruins your mind all through there. You lose so much time.
Yeah.
So it's really
And in any other car, you can take that sausage curve on at turn 10. You do it in these instead.
yeah, quite a stiffly set up car. So
It's so strange being able to just hold this gap constant, not being phased by Laminator, and Felix is pretty much holding his own on it too. So what'll be interesting here is if Laminator, does he do the one stop, go to half distance like he pops speed in Group B, or does he come in somewhere around mediums, which fuel and tyres will be allowed.
he is looking to do the two-stop. It's not putting himself into the spot because you want to ideally be breaking over the pack. Because you need to make up 20 seconds over the whole race.
Yeah. If he drops in at the lap 12, he can get home in mediums.
Yeah.
And also you get home on fuel.
Yeah.
You do need a
think
fuel save approach, but you can do it.
I think that's probably his best bet.
Yeah. We might just go down and see how things are developing down. We've got cardboard all over Budget here. 2 tenths. Nothing in the next 4 or 5 cars. So might just keep an eye on this one for a little while. Bit of a slip on the way out of the corner, so cardboard is in slipstream. There's a fade over to the left here. What can we do with the brakes? Some fraction deep. Project and Wartime well in this battle, and as you said, Wartime's picked up 5 places to the Warriors.
Yeah, no, Wartime's doing a great job actually. But yeah, about this point we'll start to see stocks actually drop off. Yeah, because they do not last long.
And the person I'm really interested in watching in this bit of a freight train here is Black Project. Probably I think one of the person in second place. So
Madrix just had a moment with King. He's kept it on the track though, so that was a good save. Went for a bit of an excursion for the grub.
yeah, and Laminator's just running a little bit rough here. Felix has closed that gap down, so look at his last 2 times, he's slipped into the low 29s versus Felix just dropped 28, close to 28, so you might be right about those softs. Just may give him a bit of grief and maybe run to the front.
Yeah.
Big J is, he'll catch these guys pretty quickly as Felix and Laminator start to improve a bit. And then a comfortable game mate, 3.5 seconds back to Bugsy, where it's then an absolute freight train after that.
I might jump on board with Felix here. He's actually all over Laminator. And as I say that, it's not. Yeah, it's just at a moment. Yeah.
I suspect it might have been that right-hand curve.
Yeah. He's just touched the curve and then it's half second back.
It's pretty close. 5 tenths just since that mischief from the run. He's got the position. Well done.
Yeah. Oh, they're
And- I was going to say a bit of a race rule here, but eliminated second. That was too hard to defend. So really good racing there, guys, for a difficult part of the track. And meanwhile, the Australians stepped out into about 1.3 seconds. So we'll see what Goulix can do with that. But in the interim, how about we get a and full update for APR Automotive.
Alright, so leading the way we have the Stranger, and he is on a medium set, and his tyres look pretty decent, probably about 5 to 10% wear on them, and and about 60% fuel, so he's looking pretty good. You've got Felix in behind him, and he's identical, so these guys are very similar as you. Levenator probably got 20% left on his front right, so he's he's struggling, but so
Big J is right there now. We're getting on this turn one. We might just stay there and just confirm that a pass will be made, but we have it all over in the brakes. So that's it. There's a bit of no argument really from there. It's hard to defend when your tyres are down to 20%. Okay, so what's it?
Big J, he's got the same tyre wear at the front too, so it's actually pretty identical, but he does have a small wheel event.
Which is important. 2 seconds on the track.
And back to Budsy, he's probably got a little bit more fuel again, a little worse tyres, and then Black Project, Carbon Copy, and Carbon Boy, 5% fuel, same tyres, so everyone's got pretty similar tyre wear, wartime
Wartime is soft, isn't it?
It is too, yeah, so he's probably got 40% left, so he's probably saved his tyres a little better than Levenator.
That should get him to the tipping point to run into the
Yes, he's not going to do that. And then Bump Crate's probably got the best tyres in the field actually. And everyone's got the similar fuel. And then behind Bump Crate we've got Magic, who's I guess requires to Bump Crate. And same with Revs. VF identifies and a little bit more fuel, Revs. Has identified, but less fuel. So the guys are pretty similar. It's only like a couple of litres difference between the whole field. So the tyres are all the same, and separated.
Apart from the guys running SOS from memory, it would be most of the guys which run about 20, 22 laps on their mediums, sort of maybe 20, 21. And if that's the case, we've got Felix all over the Stranger. But if that's the case, I'm still really interested to see how Bugsy and Black Project go with the fuel save, because they will be on the money to a jump couple of positions.
Yeah, and we've got Laminator pulling in now. He's got absolutely nothing left in the way of tyre life.
The good part is he can get home. He will need a bit of a fuel save. The tyres will definitely I have seen 25 laps done in fuel. But there was a bit of compromise in place for the So Stranger's pumped back out. We'll have a look at just where Big J is. He's drifted out slightly on Felix. Strickland on back to Bugsy. 1.1 out to Black Project. And then it gets a lot more spicy with 0.6 back to Carbon Boy. All time closing. And Mr. Buncrack has just picked up half a second since we finished the time for that screen.
Buncrack goes around the outside.
Yeah, very. That might just. Well, it's a soft tyres, but you did say Buncrack was best in field with the tyres, so he's had that grip all time, very much in the dirt there. He's through the bump. He's actually been forced to the pits. So also too, if he runs medium here, he can run home as well. Yeah,
But he
all the way
was
through.
turning into the pits, and then someone was on his left, so we had to pull right.
Freelig's fastest through sector 1. It is Pursuit of the Strangers, so it's a bit like game of chess with these two at the moment. And Big J's actually bringing himself back into the battle a little as well. I might go on board with Carbon Boy here. He's right on the back of Black Project.
We head up the hill to Corkscrew. Just kind of fill in the mirrors, which is probably one of the best things you can do when you're looking for a pass. The project has a massive motor actually.
Yeah, and I think a bit under brakes going in by the giveaway of the tyre spill. But Carbon's definitely wants this position.
When you're looking for a pass on something, like the best thing you can do is just be in. Just look like you're going for stuff. Yeah, just have a look in the mirror instead of driving.
That's right, and you distract by fraction. You've got the ability to change lines within the corner. It does, or even potentially get a better run out. So it's Buncrack, a little bit of dust on the way through there, but automatic.
Project's hell of a moment there. Our boys got a bit of a run. He's all over it now.
Absolutely. Very disconcerting. As you said, when the mirrors are full, this is one of the hardest corners to get through. Very easy to miss that turning point, which Carbon went a little bit wide there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this corkscrew, very unique, but it's very satisfying when you get it right. So Buncrack was 2 seconds adrift of these guys. He's now 7/10 off the back.
Yeah, and their last lap wasn't too crash off. Black Project has done 2.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Buncrack was at 28.9, so
Yeah.
now down to 6/10. So Carbon will be under a bit of pressure here. If we can get that pass done, I think that's a teammate either side.
Yeah.
And Buncrack's set purple for sector in his pursuit. So I guess you could say Carbon was with a cracking sandwich.
How unfortunate. So Buncrack was the second fastest car on track. He's behind Big J. So he's oh wow, massive mode, like project. He just had a big tanks up are coming off the corkscrew and theirs is just running back a bit. It's unfortunate. But Black Project is happening.
Just got a couple of things in stream that the audio is playing up again. I'll just see if I can fix that a little. Tell us in the stream if that's any better. But yeah, we definitely haven't changed any settings. So. So Budsy's been able to hold this gap out, but unfortunately that's cost Black Project. He's back to 8th, but a big mover there's been Revs. At the Tire and Fuel update, I am pretty sure he was in P12, so
Felix here, he's all over the back straight up. Wider entry. Taking narrow lines.
and yeah, oh, he's gone out, not defensive into the corner. Very tight apex there by Felix.
Yeah.
And look at Big J in the background, 4/10.
Yes, it's good kick off. Had a big look there, Felix did. But sometimes for Stranger, the best defense is just not to defend, just simply run your lines, because that's the quickest way around the track.
And you're making the other drivers work and experiment and potentially make a mistake, which there was 3 or 4/10 in that first corner.
That's it. Yeah. So if you start to bend, you're only slowing yourself down. Felix has it all to do at the moment.
Yeah, and he's holding the fastest lap at a 1:28.777. So, yeah, and the interesting thing here, just a quick glance on the fuel on these first 3. They all managed to hold a pretty similar position.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's only 1.3 seconds, so yeah, it'll be tight in and out of the pit stop. But yeah, Felix again having another look.
Strange still with them and just hanging him out to dry.
A little bit of a run up the slipstream though, and he's made his defensive move.
Yeah. But Strange, that's funny. You can go actually a little bit deep into that corner and use the better exit. So I think it's
Using every bit of the track and then some. This is a great drive by these 3 guys in front, and actually in any battle in these Renaults, the concentration level to just be within that few tenths of the car in front and have the car behind, it's actually quite difficult to sustain over a race distance without making a mistake.
That's it. How close everyone is. Tight battling. And that's another thing when the battles are so tight. You're playing offense and defense at the same time, and that can be a really difficult thing to pull off.
Yeah, we might just jump on here with Battle Budsy. We've missed through there. The bump crack's got Carbon Boy. So just under 3/10 in it. So Carbon definitely hasn't given that position up. He is keen to get it back. They've got a decent buffer behind him at the moment. 2.5 seconds back to Revs, who, as I said, 5 positions since the Tire and Fuel update. So he's definitely on a move. and lap. Just watching Carbon Boy and Bumcrack. And it'll be interesting to see where these guys start, who goes first. Who will pit first here and go for the undercut. Yeah, Carbon Boy's purple through that sector, so it's definitely trying.
Yeah, definitely trying hard.
Yeah, slight moment, yep. Yeah, and with Bumcrack holding slightly better tyre position, it doesn't take much of a slip up to to lose that advantage. Oh, hang on, we've got.
Oh yeah.
Is that Budsy? Where does he flow out through? 11. Let's have a look to see if we've caught that. Yeah, really hard spot to recover from there. Really hard. So yeah, P11 and a fair bit off the back of Madrick. Although looking down the track, he can still make those a few places up there. So we'll go back and have a look at Bumcrack. He's sort of got to that 6/10 over Carbon Boy, so it looks like he's keen to hold it. Let's see where Revs is. 1.9, so that both Bumcrack and Carbon Boy are being able to hold him off at this moment. And then another little group back there with Black Project, VF, several seconds back. But yeah, again, we'll watch how it pans out after the stops and the fuel. So let's go back to the front. Yeah, nearly 1.2 seconds for the stranger, and he's the first to go. He's dropped in on lap 19.
He's peeled in. He was the only one on the light as well.
Yeah. I think there's a second, once you're on the light, there is definitely a second lap in it, but if you are going slow, it can make all the difference if you do slow up for that fuel. And Revs has done the same thing and dropped in behind, so it'll be interesting to see which tyres these two come out on. Gap back to Carbon Boy. Bearing in mind we do have the stranger to drop back out of the pits into that sequence once P1 and P2 have pitted.
Yes, he's going to come out. On soft tyres, yep. Felix has gone in. He's gone in one lap later. Big J has gone around. So now it starts. Felix, Carbon Boy, Bumcrack, all in the pits, and I suspect they'll see what's going on their telemetry, and they'll run out on softs as well. And with 10 laps to go, management of the softs is pretty key here. While they can be quick in those first few laps, they can be destroyed in the first few laps. So I was in a race the other night, and the lap differential was about towards the closing 3 laps, around a second half a lap to the guys that could, that even pitted 1 lap early on the softs. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, how long do tyres last? And that's
And it's a little bit, depends on your brake bias here too, because it's certainly a track that's conducive to trail braking.
Oh,
But
but
it-
3 into 1 there, turn 2. Are you going to replay it?
Yep. Eliminator.
Is it?
10. Let's see if we've caught it. I'm not sure if this is coming out of the pits. No, the replay's missed it.
And
Frustrating when it does that.
yeah, well, I think war time was letting someone through who was actually coming out of the pits, and and Laminator tried to go through the middle, and he's just put himself in the gravel. So there's a little bit of a mishap there, but it's all right.
Yeah, so we've got Big J with the pits. That's actually a really good fuel save there at 47.
Yeah. He's going to lead this, or at least come out. So that's a nice job there, Big J. And yeah, it's actually, I think the roles in reverse. Big J was third, and now the Stranger's third, so yeah, the
Yeah, and the Stranger on one lap. Hotter tyres, I guess. Better tyre temperature. If he's going to make a move here, this is the lap to do it on, where he's got the tyre temp in his favour. So can you just have a quick look for us? I'll get through this screen and just let us know, have they all come out on softs?
Yeah, so whole field has come out on softs apart from Laminator. And,
Yeah, he had to pit early, so
yeah, and he's the only one.
yeah.
I think he's actually running down here. I don't know where he got that from. He's down to 12.
Big 12.
Yeah, catch a replay of that.
Might be too late, but we'll give it a bell. Yeah, no, it hasn't caught it.
Alright, well, back up the front, we've got Stranger. He's all over the back of Felix, and as I said, he's on start with one set of softs, so we'll see. I think it's better if he actually goes for the move and gets a little bit of track position. Because track position is so important here if you're safe, especially on a high track.
Yeah, especially being unsighted through some of these corners, and if you are wide, the sand is there. Felix certainly the fastest lap by 3 or 4 tenths coming in the last sector, so on an absolute flyer and maybe a bit of slipstream. Ooh, off into the gravel there, the sand. This will give the Stranger a sniff.
It will. Stranger will have
It's a good exit.
Yeah.
Good exit.
Wake up to it.
Yeah. So does the Stranger stay wide and cut in?
He's going to try around the outside.
And turn in tight. Yeah.
He's going to. Beautifully done.
Yep, and he's done it. And he's got the exit. He's held the exit there, so well done.
Yeah. But Felix is absolutely so great.
Felix will have a run up here.
Stranger defends it.
And that is the problem with this track. You know, your half yellow flag in front, who was that?
That was.
Yeah, with this track, the curbs are unforgiving, but off the edge of the track, there's no grip, it's sand. And you just bleed tense when you drop a wheel into it.
Yeah, and especially in a little car where momentum is you got going for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a commanding drive from Big J after that pit stop. He's out to 2.4 seconds. We're lap 25. How about we just run into a tyre and fuel? Just interested in the fuel, if any of them have short fuel to gain position.
Yeah, so firstly Big J has got the least amount of fuel out of top three.
Is it by much?
It's probably by about 5-10%.
Which could come into play in half a dozen laps, or slowing down, because he is not backing off. 3.3 seconds now.
Yeah, it's strange. He's got the most by one. He can rev it out. Yeah, Carbon Boy has similar fuel to Reynolds. They're just above, well, just about 30%.
Yep.
And yeah, everyone's around that. He has got the least amount, so but yeah. Oh, actually Big J's probably got the least amount in the whole field.
In the whole field, yeah. So I would say to get that undercut, he may have short fueled a little. It just depends on how he manages it now on the way home. But just looking back to Carboy up to 4th, Rev's up to 5th. And Laminator's recovered back to 6th. So the two in front are on the soft tyres, so they'll have an advantage through most of the stint, you'd think. But look at Rev's, just in the last half a lap, he's pulled 6/10 out of Carbon Boys. So remembering, I'm pretty sure he started around 12th or thereabouts. So yeah, and Carbon's pulling his PBs in this lap. So they're definitely racing hard. Well, he was in the Kraken sandwich.
Yeah.
He's driven through that. He's come out the other side.
He's gotten over that. So.
Yeah. And Carbon Boy's always been good on fuel too. So I'm pretty sure I saw that would have given him a couple of seconds in the pits as well on the driver's close to it.
So I'm just coming into last one. I was thinking about Big J. He's got this he's definitely got so he's just got to manage this gap. It's great for himself.
He's got 5 laps.
Yeah.
Counting this, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to have to time it.
And the Stranger, he's sort of getting out towards a second, but I wouldn't say it's enough yet to lock in second. Freelix is not going to leave anything on the table here, especially when they've both got good tyres, good fuel to get home. So I'm just looking back, so we've got a bit of a conga line back here. What's that? It's Laminator on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Laminator on bum crack.
Yeah, bum cracks have cracks. And the kick here, and makes it stick. That's a BF's gone round. Big shot. Wide.
Where's he come out at the moment? Yeah, there he is. He's missed the corner in that close traffic. The hardest corner on track, and he's just missed that in the close traffic. So very unfortunate. So Lemonade is still racing. Remember, he's on probably 17 lap old mediums against the guys on reasonably fresh softs. So if he can just hold them off a little bit longer, where the softs start to really deteriorate, he's got a fair chance here of finishing well in this group.
That's right. He's slime actually. Do you try and battle and then risk losing in these spots, or just try and go straight as Black Project gets up the inside there, there's no good spot on the outside, so you have to slot into P8.
And guys, thanks to APR Automotive, we had a very, very long fire and fuel update on the screen, plugging our sponsors. So we've got Big J 3 seconds out. Again, the question mark is the fuel, just where is he on it? P2, the stranger, he's not quite a second, just managing that gap at the moment. Freelic's comfortable, he doesn't have to worry about behind him at the moment. It's all eyes out front as the laps diminish rapidly now. Actually, who was that? That was a bit out wide. Might be Wartime. It's given racing room to the guys in front. So we've got Carbon Boy, and Revs now has closed that gap up dramatically. He wants this P4.
The World Championship fourth here.
Yep.
Revs making himself known.
He's definitely got some, and some serious pace as well.
Yeah.
Although he just on that last corner, he just lost a little bit. So we'll go back to that. Just checking up P6. So with Black Project and Bumcrack, teammates, team owner versus driver. What will they do? Do you pass the boss? Yep. If you can.
Yeah.
You just don't send the boss. Oh, very wide. Was it a mistake under brakes or cutting back in? Yeah. And then Laminator in the mix. He's sort of falling off to the gap of about 2 seconds off the back, and he is well and truly under pressure now from Grovel. So the mediums, and he's wide there. So the mediums, I don't know how worn they are, but he's certainly giving them a good go. And being on softs might be hard. Oh, hang on, he's got a good run up here into the corkscrew, up Rayhill Straight. Yep. Oh, that could be a penalty. It can be forgiving there, but Grovel's got the inside there. Yeah, he just must have had his turn in on the marker. But so Grovel up to P8. Let's go back to Stranger and Freelix. Normal transmission there at the moment. And Revs has got Carbon Boy in amongst all that.
stayed in third for the first stint. He was riding his line, and then this pit stop came around, just unfueled, and got out top and stayed there.
Yep. Oh, we got. We'll just go back to P2 for a sec. We got Freelix last lap, all over him.
Bit of a bad run out of there. Freelix is going to look around the outside of the big guy.
Stranger's probably got the run there, but
Yeah,
great
he's gonna
Big
hold
J, sensational drive there. Stranger second, Freelix third. They were as close as that pretty much the whole race. Revs coming through. This is a great drive from towards the rear of the field. Great stuff, Revs. Carbon Boy, very solid fifth. And we should have the Kraken teammates, the boss, Mr. Bumcrack, cross the line first, followed by Laminator and Grovel just here. So Laminator got Grovel at the end.
Ran out of fuel over the line, so
Oh, wow. Yep. Yep, Madrick. And who have we got then? Budsy and VF, Budsy and Wartime.
Yeah.
I'll just get the results for everyone. That was a solid race with battles in amongst battles, but and some great drives there. So result, I'll just get those up on the stream. Okay, Big J in P1 with fastest lap of 127.762, which looks like the fastest lap for the race. Great drive there. Fueled a little bit short, used fuel management, only dropped a second in the last lap for a pretty convincing win there. Stranger, great drive there at P2, and yeah, what 3/10 difference to Freelix at the end. And like I said, those guys were usually been about 5/10 for most of that race. Again, another great drive here for Revs and for Carbon Boy to get up to the pointy end of the field. Revs in 4, Carbon Boy in 5th. Mr. Bumcrack leading home Kraken Esports team in 6th place, Black Project 7th. Lambinator in 8th, who went on the alternate strategy and ran softs for the first part of the race. Great job holding the mediums home. Grovel in P9, a bit unlucky there, running out of fuel. Madrick in 10th, BF in 11th, Budsy in 12th, and Wartime, who both had some a few errors and that along the way. So, yeah, overall a great race. Gadi, what are your thoughts on the race and drive of the day?
Oh mate, that was fantastic actually how that top 3 played out. But yeah, I'm going to be a bit of an NPC and give the drive of the day to Big J. The guy who won. But no, it was a bit of a masterclass from him, honestly. Just was patient, stayed in 3rd place, patient, saved his fuel, and then jumped people in the pits and just managed it to the end. So it was a very calculated drive from him, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just having a look at the chat to see if there's any drive of the day. We've got a couple there for Revs. Yeah, Lambinator a bit frustrated with his alternate strategy, which wasn't far off being executed well. Revs for drive of the day. All right. Look, I think I really did like Rev's drive from the back of the field. Definitely an honourable mention. But when you look at the pace of the top 3 or 4, for Big J to take the gamble on a 10% less fuel differential and pull out use that and also pull out a sizable gap and then manage that fuel run, right to the finish line, I think that for me is drive of the day when you look at the pace that P2 and P3 had behind him. So, yeah, I agree, mate. Big J, drive of the day, very close honourable mention for Revs. Yeah, really enjoyed that. So just looking any other stream, guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already and you like what Sector 1 has to offer. But look, I think that we're a bit over time with some of the shenanigans that our Cat B drives put on tonight, put us back, and also apologies for the PSN and OBS issues we've had tonight. No excuse for it, but it has been a bit testing at times. And so, yeah, pretty much wraps up. Thanks very much, Gody, for your race directing tonight and your insightful commentary. Having a Div 1 driver on the commentary team does make a difference. How you really pick some of that stuff up. So thank you very much. Again, thank you to everyone watching. Don't forget, there's more from Sector 1. Next Saturday night, 22nd of February, we've got round 2 of the Community Series, where you see a mix of drivers new to Sector 1 up against established drivers from all categories. So that's next Saturday night. And then on Sunday night, 23rd of February, we've got Category 1, Group A and Group B back here to battle it out at Laguna Seca. So again, I think there will be 2 very, very great races there. That will be good. So yeah, again, Gody, thank you.
Yeah.
And look forward to... Yep, thank you. And we'll look forward to catching up with everyone at the 2 events next weekend. So I think on that, I'll say good night. Throw to the outro. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.